Barak Yahuah, Barak Yahuah, Barak Yahuah. Shalom, peace and blessings and barakut to you and your entire house. Shalom to Yehudah and to Ephraim. Shalom to the former stranger, the former foreigner, the former ger, who was once formerly estranged from the everlasting covenant, but now having received the Ruach of adoption, the Ruach HaKadosh, who is Yahushua HaMashiach, and whereby now being engrafted into the olive tree, who is Yahushua HaMashiach, who is Yasher Al, and whereby now being privy to the same everlasting promise, covenant, and inheritance that was given to Yasher Al and to Yasher Al alone. Shalom to you. My name is Miriam. Peace and blessings and barakut to you and your entire house. The Master wants to speak a word to his people for those who have eyes to see, ears to hear, and a heart to understand. He would like to speak on the topic of praise and worship. There has been a huge explosion revolving around the name of Yahuah. And you must understand, House of Yasher Al, that this is strategic and it is of the adversary. And it has become a stench. It has become filthy in the eyes of Yahuah. It has become an industry. And there are many people who are proclaiming and music, calling on the name of Yahuah, and they're mimicking rap beats. And instead of drawing your gauge to the Master, they're not drawing their gauge. They're not drawing your gauge to the Master. They are leading their music to themselves. And they are more concerned with platform and accolade of men rather than drawing your attention to the Master. And if they are not drawing you to the Master, it is wrong. Music, please hear, music must draw you to the Master. Teaching must draw you to the Master. Proclaiming must draw you to the Master and not the person. If it is drawing you to them, whether it be music or proclaiming or teaching, you better believe that it is wrong. And you better pray for discernment. You better ask the Master to give you discernment in this season, because it is wrong and it is of the adversary, plain and simple. Please hear, House of Yasher Al, we must beware. We must beware of the spirit behind the music. Indeed, there's a spirit. Please hear it. Indeed, there's a spirit. Either it is the spirit of Yahuah or it is the spirit of the adversary. It is plain and simple. If it is the spirit of Yahuah, listen, then the music is going to draw you to Yahuah. This is a season, House of Yasher Al, like no other. And the adversary is a roaring lion, and he is trying to steal your gauge in this season. He is trying to get you distracted so he can steal your focus. And not all music that call on the name of Yahuah is of Yahuah. It is not. It is either of the spirit of Yahuah or of the spirit of the adversary. And most music is not of the Master. You must pray for discernment in this season. Most music, please hear, that is being brought forth is the spirit of Hashatan. And whether you know it or not, it has an impact on you. It does. You must beware. You must beware of the spirit behind the music, because it truly does have an impact on you, either subliminally or in other ways. It can impact you. It can impact your life. And most cannot go without listening to music each day. They have to listen to music. And where the Master desires us to be is at his feet. So you can truly hear him. We must, House of Yasher Al, please pay attention. Beware of the spirit behind the music. Please pay attention. Nimrod, most know who Nimrod is, and he is the man of perdition. He is the man of rebellion. He is known as the son of rebellion, who after the flood, he drew the whole earth to him. He drew the whole earth to paganism and to idolatry. The whole world started worshiping him as Elohim. They worshipped him as the sun, as a sun god. And today, the whole world still worships Nimrod. And people may ask, well, how so? When he was building the Tower of Babel and Yahuah confounded their languages, indeed, there's much confusion in the music industry because it comes from Babel, because all they are doing is just babbling. But please pay attention, after Yahuah confounded the languages and they were scattered across the four corners of this flat plain earth, they took the worship of Nimrod with him and they called him many different names from Wudon to Gudon to Horus to Zeus. Same God, just different names. Yes, even Jesus the Christ, even Jesus to the Christ, they still call him this day. And many people are ignorantly worshiping Hashatan. Ultimately, this is all Hashatan getting the worship, because Nimrod is his son. Another name for Nimrod assumed in the land of Greek was Apollo, and this is too Hashatan. He is the one getting all the worship. Apollo was the god of music. Listen to me. Apollo was the god of music and the god of knowledge. He is the spirit behind music. He is the spirit behind knowledge. And if whatever they are proclaiming to you, whatever they are singing to you is drawing your gaze away from the master, and it is not drawing you to him, but rather drawing you to the person, please pay attention. It is not of Yahuah. You must recognize the spirit behind the knowledge. You must recognize the spirit behind the music. If the spirit is of Yahuah behind the knowledge or whatever they are singing, then it is going to draw you to the threshing floor. It is going to draw you to him. You will be drawn to him. You will be drawn to your knees. You will be drawn to the threshing floor and not the person. If Hashatan is behind it, if Hashatan is behind whatever you are listening to, it is not of him. It is not of Yahuah. And it will draw you to the valley of Oh no, where you will be saying, oh no, how did I end up here? Hashatan is ultimately getting the worship. He is the one getting the worship. We must be drawn. The worship that we listen to, the knowledge that we're listening to, the proclaiming that we're listening to, if it is not drawing you to Yahuah, pay attention. Then it is not the spirit of Yahuah behind it. You must pay attention. Pay attention, House of Yasharal. Worship must cause you to be drawn to Yahuah. You must recognize the spirit in this season. We must beware of the spirit behind the music. Do not be led astray. This is not a season that we can be led astray. Do not be led astray by music, whatever you are listening to. If Hashatan is behind it, which he is behind most music. Yes, he is. And there are few where Yahuah is behind the music. Be careful, because it will draw you to the valley of oh no, where you will say, oh no, how did I end up here? There's much knowledge, there's much proclaiming, there's much music going on. There's a plethora of knowledge and music being produced, and it's not of Yahuah. But Yahuah is not behind most. You must understand something, House of Yasharal. Everything was recreated in the image of Hashatan. The Master said, I call upon ye, brothers. I call upon you, therefore, brothers, through the compassion of Elohim, to present your bodies as a living offering, kadush and well-pleasing to me. This is your reasonable service, your reasonable worship. He said, do not be conformed. Do not be conformed to the world, but be ye transformed to the renewing of your mind, House of Yasharal, so that you prove what is good and well-pleasing and perfect desire of Yahuah. Barak Yahuah. If you are watching or listening to any music and it is conformed to this world, where you are more drawn to them and the world, and it is not drawing you to the Master is pure, he is undefiled, he is clean, and his music will draw you to him. It will draw you to him. It will draw you to him and not the people, which is ultimately what Hashatan wants. That your gauge is stolen and that you lose your focus on the Master. We must test the spirit, test every spirit, and beware. Beware on what you lay eyes on what you give ears to, ensuring that you are listening and you are laying eyes on what is of Yahuah. Barak Yahuah. Please turn with me to Yahuchanan, chapter 1 John, 1 Yahuchanan, chapter 4, verse 1. He says, beloved ones, do not believe every ruach, every spirit, but prove the spirits, prove the ruachs, whether they are of Yahuah, because many false nabis have gone out of the world. And by this you know the ruach of Yahuah. Every ruach that confesses that Yahushua Mashiach has come to the flesh is of Yahuah. We must beware. We must beware of the spirit behind everything that we lay eyes on, we give ears to. We must beware. The adversary is a roaring lion, and he is going to and fro. He is going to and fro this season to steal your gauge so that you can lose your focus and be drawn into the valley of oh no, where you will be saying, oh no, how did I end up here? How did I end up in this mess because I gave ears to the wrong thing, the wrong person? Please beware of the spirit behind everything. Yahuah barak you and guard you. Yahuah make his face shine upon you and show favor unto you. Yahuah lift up his face upon you and give you shalom. Thus you shall put my name on the children of Yasharal, and I myself shall barak them. So be it, so be it, so be it. Shalom.